My name is Brooke, and this summer I went on a Christ and Youth Engage mission trip to the Dominican Republic. And a highlight for me on this trip was going to a school and painting and getting to play with the kids there. I also enjoyed learning about IJM and the work that they do. And I also liked meeting the people there because they were really friendly and they were very welcoming. And the people were just so accepting of us, and you could really see that through the prayer walks we did, and that was just kind of surprising to me. And I also learned about God and myself, that you are there to express God's love and that He's already present there and that He will still be there when you leave. So this trip was just a great experience, and I enjoyed the team and getting to know everyone.
One of the points we really tried to put across was that everything was like a beautiful thing, and like all the dirty streets and like all the poverty and stuff that we saw was still beautiful because God can make it beautiful. And like we sang beautiful things like every night. But like as the trip went on, I realized that like it wasn't just the things that we were doing, like the people that we saw in the DR that were like that God was showing us to be beautiful, but also like the team that like all these kids came together and like decided to be there instead of like anywhere else they could be during that summer. All these ugly things happen in life, like even at home and stuff, but God can make it beautiful and make it awesome.
I'm Ruben. This summer I had the amazing opportunity of going on a mission trip with CIY and with my church, and I feel like it was a great bonding experience. I grew closer with a lot of people from my church, and I grew closer to a lot of people that were from multiple different churches. There were friendships there that I made that are going to last a lifetime, and it was just really great to see how God is working in the Dominican Republic instead of how He's working in America. And it was just great to see how close everybody from the church was with people and how welcoming everybody was, and to see those little kids that barely have anything and barely have anyone just come up and just start to play with us and love us and appreciate all that we're doing for them and get to talk to them without even knowing the language.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and this summer I was able to go on a mission trip to the DR with CIY Engage. One thing that God revealed to me on this trip was how I can use my ability to speak Spanish to further the kingdom of God. When I first started learning Spanish, I really wasn't all that interested, but now I see that God had a plan for that. In the Dominican Republic, I was able to talk to some of the girls at the Bethesda home and just connect to the culture there more because of it. And in general, I really enjoyed serving and worshiping with the people in the Dominican Republic, and I hope to do more trips there in the future.
Hi, my name is Alexis, and I went with CIY Engage to the Dominican Republic this year. And I think one of my biggest highlights that we experienced was the worship that we did each night. We sang this one song every night called Beautiful Things, and it was really like one of the highlights. We went to the leper colony and got to like meet some lepers and give them stuff, and we sang that song for them, and I think it was just like really moving for them and for us. And we sang another song too, and it was a really cool experience. And also the people in the Dominican, they like surprised me. They were all like super nice, and even though they spoke Spanish and I spoke English, like the language barrier wasn't a huge issue like I thought it would be. Like I was still able to talk to them, and then Lauren helped me translate a lot.
Hey, my name is Malin Garrison, and this summer I went on a Christ and Youth Engage trip to the Dominican Republic, and one of the things that God taught me was that I can smile through whatever comes my way, because these kids that are at these orphanages, they always have a smile on their face, and they always come up and hug you. I have many highlights from my trip, but two of them is going to a leper colony and hearing that how some of them don't have haven't been out of the house that they've been in for over 50 years, and then getting to sing Amazing Grace and beautiful things to them.
My name is Karen, and this summer I was able to go to the Dominican Republic with Christ in Youth. I believe missions are life-changing and that everybody should go on one if they have the opportunity to. Even if you volunteer 10 hours a week, even if you've already been on one, my advice would be to go. 2 years ago, I went to Mexico on a mission trip, and last year I was blessed to be able to go to Romania the first time the church went. Both of those trips changed my life, but I decided to go to the Dominican because I wanted to go on another one. The Dominican changed me in a way that the other 2 trips didn't. There are specific moments that happen on each trip that are unique to that trip and that trip alone, and they'll all open your eyes to see how God can change your life and how God changes the lives of everyone around the world. One experience I took home with me from this trip specifically was being able to worship with the Dominicans in their own church. As we started worship, we realized that we knew the songs, and they began to sing in Spanish, and we began to sing in English. And even though there was a language barrier and we came from 2 different cultures in 2 different countries, you could really feel the Holy Spirit working in that room as we all united to praise the same God.